Yep, I just gotta, like I said, I just gotta make sure that I'm live on YouTube. Oh, looks like it's starting. On YouTube. I just want to have all the chats up. So right now I have a Twitch chat room that I'm grabbing. And I can't expect to get a lot of people on Twitch because, so I'm gonna try to watch this. It's all your fault, Glenn. I've been playing this non-stop Bonk's Revenge. I actually got pretty far. So I was gonna stream this. I got all my consoles set up to stream. So I have the chat room set up here too, so I can see going into the game. So I have all the consoles set up that I could play any game and stream it. So I'm gonna watch. I have all 3 chat rooms open: Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Although I've not done a lot of video game streaming on Twitch, so I can't imagine people are gonna tune in and watch, but we'll see. Not everybody's into this. How's the audio? The audio from me and audio from the game I tested sounded like it was coming through pretty good. The only thing I don't like about Bonk is when you get to a certain point, like when you're playing certain levels, like if you have to continue, it starts you all the way back, and sometimes you end up dying before you get to the main boss. I think I've gotten to, I think World 6, maybe it's 5. Let's see. Am I gonna get the EverDrive for the TurboGrafx 16? If I can find one. I did pre-order the wait, the EverDrive. I ordered one of those. Glenn, help me out. It was one that you can put the SD card in it. That's actually on its way. That should be here. It's coming from the Ukraine, so hopefully no coronavirus on it. But it should be here maybe this week or next week. But I have a few of these that I purchased. I actually have some in-box stuff that's coming too. Some games that I bought. I love when that happens. Hey, what's going on, Eminem? Just figured I'd play this a little bit. Audio sounds good? Awesome. There's a lot of these games I want to play. Oh, I hate that level. Just the bonus. The ice. I bought some extension cables too, because I'll tell you, that's one thing with the TurboGrafx 16 I wasn't thrilled about, is how long the controller cables are. They're not very long at all. So when you're trying to play, you have to like sit on top of the TV. That's the only bad thing. Oh, is Cool Toy live too? I've been waiting for cables and stuff to get here for me to be able to stream consoles. That's right. I don't know if he's doing any. Last time he streamed a Star Wars game, so I figured out. You know, look, I'm gonna sit here and play it. If people want to show up and watch, that's cool. If not, it's cool too. But Glenn's got me hooked on this. So far, this is. I don't think Doug's gonna be happy with my thoughts come Friday. Because I've been having the Sega Saturn. This here I've been playing more than the Saturn, to be honest. Get off of me. I like the Saturn too, don't get me wrong, but see what you guys are saying in here. Do you have a video on how you set up your console streaming? I don't, but I can do one. So the same camera that I'm using for the Legends, I have it set up over here, zoomed in, and my consoles are over there. So let me do this right quick. So if I go to me full screen, what I'll do is I'll hit number 2 on my camera, and here you can see my consoles are all set up there. So what I do is I have 3 distribution amps on it, meaning I have 5 HDMI outs, or 5 HDMI ins to 1 HDMI out on 2 different boxes for 10 consoles. And then I have a 3-way that's hooked to the TV. So what essentially happens is I can go over, for the first 5 consoles will be on what we call, let's call it HDMI 1. The next 5 consoles are on HDMI 2. And then the start of the 3rd one, which will have 3 consoles, right now it's just the TurboGrafx 16, that's on HDMI 3. So before it goes into a TV, I put it on an HDMI splitter that then one goes to the TV and one goes to an SDI to HDMI converter, which then I run an SDI converter to the capture card, which enables me to show you guys. But I'll do a video for you, but I'm just kind of giving you a little insight. And then I have my Stream Deck here, which I'm able to switch and Wirecast to different shots that I have programmed here. I can run an intro if I was going to do a show. I can go back to my split box just by pressing a button and have this, as well as pull chat up. And then the remote has the presets in it for switching the camera around and everything like that. So Justin says, I just bought a TurboGrafx 16 for, well, I'm getting like people here, hang on, maybe so I can read this. Let me see here. Justin says, I bought this TurboGrafx 16 for $29.99 at Toys R Us when it became discontinued in early 90s. I wish I would have done that. I was doing, I was like, dang, I better snag that. Then a few years later, I snagged the Virtual Boy for $29.99. It got discontinued. Both systems were underrated, dude. Yeah, totally. I mean, this is the first time I've ever owned a TurboGrafx 16, and I didn't have it growing up, and so I really like it. I have mine hooked up via HDMI. My my TurboGrafx 16. I bought one of those. Cables that you can hook into the back where you would hook up the CD, which again I can do. If you guys want me to do a video on how I stream my consoles, I'm happy to do that. I was just waiting for some wires. That's why I just now started doing it. Eminem, yeah, no worries, man. So I've got YouTube chat, Twitter, Twitch chat. I don't think people know on Twitch that I have a channel for gaming. I was on Justin TV years ago. Before it became Twitch, and I have over 4 million views because it was broadcasting. But I've slowly converted it over to this gaming channel for the Legends and the consoles. So will I do a practice intro for us? Yeah, I could. If you guys want, I could do that. Just kind of show you how this would work if you so want to. Let's see here. Let me know, Sean. I wondered if it was worth taking apart. Oh, okay, these guys they're talking. Yeah, I saw the Burger Time At Games came out, or not At Games, Arcade 1UP brought out the gates. I seen some guys receiving them in the mail. So I don't think people are too happy about it, but you know, it is what it is. But I think, like, I hooked this up originally via RF, and I was telling Glenn, I was like, holy smokes, I'm like, for this being just RF, it looks really good. And he said, you know, the TurboGrafx 16 looks really good no matter what. And I'm like, okay, Glenn's fanboying, but he's not kidding. It looks really, really good with RF. And then I bought the HDMI cable, like I said, that hooks in the back of the TurboGrafx, kind of the way the CD hooks in. So I don't know if it would actually work with the Turbo CD. If I can find one cheap, I'll do that and hook one up. I paid $150 for this. I got 2 controllers, a turbo, which gives me the ability to play like 5 players with it, and it came with Bonk's Revenge. And then I bought Bonk's Adventure from somebody complete in box for $40 that's coming. So I think I got a pretty good deal on this. I can't complain. And everything's super clean. It has the dust cover. I just don't have the dust cover on it. So I actually mash buttons on this one. Actually, let's do this. I'll use turbo this time rather than... Sounds like the roof is caving in above me. My wife must be exercising. This is easier than mashing your buttons to do this. But the first time I did this, it was kind of funny. I was telling Glenn, because I have Bonk on my arcade 1-up, and I was like, I don't understand it. He jumps higher on the arcade 1-up. So I'm sitting here, I'm playing it. I'm like, maybe there's something wrong, right? Well, then I realized the turbo switches, because again, I never had a TurboGrafx 16, and the turbo switches were on, and he just couldn't jump high. So I was like, what the heck? Actually, I wanted to go that way, but oh well. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Go up this way. Can we ping pong it? Ping pong me, come on. Let's go off the screen. I want to go up that way. Really? Come on. Let's get a heart here. Yeah, so the turbo was on, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I hate those things, too. One of these places, there's an extra guy, or a bonus level, or something. There, a heart. But I thought there was an extra guy up here. I also bought another game too, which is it's pretty decent. I do that all the time. No, don't die. All right, let me pause this here and let's see what the chat room's saying here. What we got here? Hey, what's up, Gunther? Yeah, I know. Interesting idea, right? Everybody's doing it. Yeah, man. Eminem, I'm really thrilled with the TurboGrafx, man. Seriously. Glenn told me it was going to be in trouble, and then last night, I had already hacked my PlayStation Vita, because I really wanted a Turbo Express, too, but I don't want to pay $450 for it. And I saw on the one shop, I was like, they want $450. It comes with six games plus the Japanese converter to play Japanese games. The only problem is, like I said, it's $400. $450. So I started reading, and I already had my Vita hacked. So I put TurboGrafx 16 games on there, so I have like Air Zonk and I have a whole mess of them, so I can play it on there, which is cool. And it's a bigger screen than the Turbo Express, so I guess that'll hold me over until I can find a really cheap Turbo Express, because I didn't think those things were more than like $100 when they first came out. Because I remember my parents got me a Game Gear from Sega. That's what we wanted, because everybody said that was, you know, everybody that they talked to said it was going to be better and it's going to last longer, which essentially it did. It lasted longer than the TurboGrafx or Turbo Express. It just didn't catch on, kind of like the TurboGrafx. So, but I always wanted one. My brother and I, we both wanted one of these, just to, you know, like any kid, like has the Xbox and PlayStation 4. We wanted to have it just for things that, you know, we just wanted it because of additional games. Let me pause this. What do we got here? Nick Chrisman. Is the Wirecast thing what allows you to stream to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch at the same time? Well, Wirecast will let you do that, but I use another platform called Switchboard, where I stream from Wirecast to the cloud. But Wirecast gives me the ability to where I can use different controllers, like this one I'm using here, the Stream Deck. I think OBS will do that too, but Wirecast is just a lot more versatility with broadcasting. Like for our Friday show, I use Wirecast for different stuff. So I know Wirecast really well, and so I do that. Wilson, keep up the great work on your live streams. Very informative. Thanks, Wilson. Appreciate it. Third floor arcade with Jason. I'm about to unload about 30 TurboGrafx 16 games in cases, including Splatterhouse, Ninja Spirit. Hey, third floor arcade with Jason. PM me some prices. Go over to Facebook. Facebook.com/Stephen M. Haywood, or look up the Tech Buzz on Facebook. Send me a message and let me know what your prices are. I look at some value calculators. I want it to play and collect. But some of these games, man, they want like $200 for. I'm not paying $200 for a game. I have one of those multi cards coming that I can throw all my ROMs that I have on an SD card. I know it's emulated. It's not the same as the original, but for a game that's $200, that's fine. I'll do it that way. But if you've got some reasonable prices, send me a message. Happy to check them out. Hey, what's going on? We've got over on Twitch. No Quarters OG. What's going on, man? If you're still there, I've got a stream going on Facebook and on YouTube. So I'm reading chats from all over. So in case you're wondering over on Twitch who I'm talking to, or multi-streaming. But I do a show every Thursday for my company called On Social, which talks about Wirecast and different ways to broadcast for those of you guys that are interested and you want to do a little bit more. But I know some of you guys had requested how I do the video game streaming, so I'll do a video on that to show you guys. Again, it works for me. It's flawless, and I can pretty much, put my consoles anywhere. And I can stream any of my consoles. So, but yeah, if you leave a comment in the chat room, and I'll answer you as soon as I take a break on this in between levels or in between things. I'll take a look what you're saying. Let's go to a special level. Let me pause this. But I'd be interested in some of those TurboGrafx 16 games. Let's see what we got here. Now this is tough. It took me a little bit to learn how to do this. Bonk off the walls. But these bonus levels are great for learning how to do things with Bonk that you didn't think you could do. I always get to the top and he falls. I've never been able to complete this. I've come close. I think there's a heart. And that's the other thing too, after you continue on this, one of the things that was an extra guy. One of the other things that rots on this, if you have all extra hearts on here, they should have done a password that you could do to save or continue, because when you continue, you lose all your hearts and you start back at 3 hearts. Get up there, get up. So you spend all this time looking for hearts and whatnot. And I will say some of the levels I think you need the extra hearts, because 3 is just not enough. I think there's one up there. I was playing this the one night, and I ended up finding a whole mess of stuff. I gotta see if I can get back there. You know what? Let me try to go back, if it lets me. Stupid piranhas. Alright, let's go up here. Alright. Let's try to do this here. Come over here. Come on. Well, that didn't work. I was going to try to float over there. Let's just do this and go this way. They're going to kill me. Maybe not. Barely got by that. 1 heart, half a piece of heart. Alright, let me pause this to see what y'all saying. We got. Do you think Nintendo will ever get back into the scene with another home console? I think so. I think we'll see another. I think we'll see another like a Nintendo Switch style. I don't think they're going to deviate away from it, because the Switch kind of took over for the 3DS XL, which I have up there. My son has a Switch, so I could see them. I could see them doing something else. MM says I used to wire old school switchboards and cameras with CD players and IBM computers. back in the dinosaur age, huh? Let's see here. Slang Young. Hey Steven, what's your opinion on multi-carts and EverDrives? Just ordered Game Boy and a Nintendo 64 multi-carts from AliExpress, which I should probably receive in May. Yeah, I was just talking about this earlier. I bought an EverDrive one for the TurboGrafx 16 because Glenn was telling me about it. So I got the chip, the card, I guess you call it, the card, and then I'm going to put a 32 gig SD slot in, or SD card in it, micro SD, to play some of the expensive games. There was a guy in here saying that he had some new games that he was going to offload for TurboGrafx, but I'm not going to spend $200-300 on some of these games. I get it, they're rare, but I just want to play on the original hardware, like the original TurboGrafx, and I thought about doing that buying, like I'm in the process of buying a Nintendo 64, a Super Nintendo, even though I have the Mini, just to play original hardware. My Saturn, I have like 3 original games, and then I copied them and put them on the shelf so I could play those games, but then I also soft modded it so I can play backup games. So again, with the Saturn, a lot of the games are hard to find, and if I want to buy a Saturn game, I want to buy it complete, so I'll spend like $60 or $70 for it so I get the case. Because with the Saturn, I mean, you get a disc and it's in a sleeve. I want to put the physical media up there. So I have a bunch of backup games that I just play, just so I don't ruin the originals with it. Oh, cool. My audio is just a tad hot. For me talking over on Twitch, somebody said my audio is a tad hot for talking. I guess for this we'll just have to deal with it. But I'll make note and change it next time. It just killed me. Have to get rid of that stupid thing. But I don't think there's anything wrong, because I mean, most people, you'll get the purists, they yell at me all the time because of the arcade one-ups and stuff, but you know, at the end of the day, my kids, they don't know what emulation is compared to the original. Like, I remember as a kid, I remember the original gameplay. Now, I did notice the difference between emulation on Sonic the Hedgehog when I played it on the At Games. It's like At Games has like a Sega version, and I just bought a Sega, an original. I think Glenn told me it's a version 2 of the original. So either version 1 or version 2, I forget what he said. But I ended up getting a really good deal on that too. It was like $30 plus three games I got. So I definitely noticed the difference between Sonic emulation versus Sonic the original cartridge, which is pretty good. I gotta get rid of that stupid thing. Most people probably... Come on. I didn't see him up there at first. Come on. Like, I didn't think I'd be one of those guys that'd be like, oh no, you know, emulation, who cares? But you can see a lot of things, like even when you're playing, when Sonic's moving so fast, and you see a lot of shimmering and shuddering in the game on emulation. You don't really see that with the original cart. Now, I don't know why. I don't know why they can't get the emulation, you know, with all the technology that we have today. And you're talking about 20, 30-year-old games on cartridges. They should be able to get the emulation darn near perfect, but they didn't. Go away. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. All that for grapes. Let's see. Get past this guy here. But Glenn kept telling me, Glenn's like, you're gonna love this system. I mean, I like Sega too, don't get me wrong. Sega was always my favorite growing up. Let's see what you guys are saying here. Hey Ben, what's going on? Slang, young, cool, keep up the good work. Thanks, man, appreciate it. Again, I mean, we're all quarantined, right? We can't go anywhere. So I was like, well, might as well stream some gameplay or something. The other thing I never would have thought was the TurboGrafx 16 is quiet. I was in a chat with Doug and Glenn, and I was like, is it supposed to make a noise when you turn it on? Because I thought maybe it didn't work. You know, I wasn't getting any sound whatsoever. No noise of the system kicking on, no nothing. And I'm like, something's wrong. And here I just didn't have it on the right channel. There's a little slider that's indented on the side of it. I forgot about that. When you're going RF, you have to select channel 3 or channel 4. And here it was selected on channel 4, which most of us, like, I've always used channel 3 when I'm doing it. So I went and put it on channel 3, and all of a sudden the game came up, and I kept listening to the system, and there's no noise. None whatsoever. Like, I'm used to it with the Xbox. Like, the Xbox makes noise, the PlayStation makes noise, and I get it. There's no spinning hard drives. It just kind of caught me off guard. Oh, come on. Let's go down there. Oh no, I want to go down there and see what's down there. I need to get some life. Let's get some food. A bit tricky. Now, one thing that happened with this, when I bought it, the start button didn't work on the one controller, so I just took it apart and used some Deoxit. It's like a spray that you use like on audio mixers to clean the faders and the sliders on it. So I used some of that on it and sprayed down the board, and when I put it back together, everything worked perfect. So the connectors must have just been, or the contacts must have been dirty. Either way, it was minor. It wasn't anything like I was gonna like write home about. I mean, but you know, you spend the money on something, you want it to work, right? Come on. Let's see what the chat room says. Eminem. I always use channel 4 because if I use channel 3 is Cleveland, would interfere and give lines and distortion to the pics. Oh, that's interesting. See, I don't have an antenna. Would it do that if you had cable as well? Oh, Nickelodeon. Sounds good on Twitch. Awesome. Yeah, so if you want to be on Twitch, your chat will show up on the live stream. That was one of the things, because I'm trying to get people to watch on Twitch the games. So if you want to show up on chat, just go over to Twitch and jump in the chat room there. But I do have it up on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. That's funny, he slides on his head. Ah! He slid off. But no, that's interesting. Let me see if I can do this. I'm gonna blow this up so I can see the chat better over here. See, I've never had the interference on mine, Eminem, like you're saying. Now, I don't know if when I was a kid, if my parents, but I could have sworn when we were kids, we always put on channel 3. I could be wrong. It's been quite some time. And I've slept since then. I just died. Come on. See if I can get over there. I gotta do one of those. I think over here, one of these places, unless I missed it, one of the places had a heart container. I'm gonna die again. Let's get some of these. There we go. That fixed me all up. Let's get up there. Cut through this guy here. Oh, this guy was interesting. Ah, he froze me. Ah. There, beat him. We did have an antenna years ago. I had and still have NES, Super NES, always in RF cables. Eminem said, yeah, I don't have any CRTs, and I know all the purists out there are going to be like, I can't believe you're playing this on an LCD screen and this and that. I like it on here. I switched everything over to HDMI, and what a difference it makes, too. The HDMI looks really good. So I think it's really good. The HDMI, you know. Some people don't like it, but people want to go back to scan lines. I turned scan lines off. I get it. It's the way we had it, but technology's upgraded. Glenn would probably, that's what he'd disagree with me on. He'd want to. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you play CRTs, I just don't have the room for it. And I have a, 40-inch or 42-inch LCD, and I have a 52-inch over there that I could hook it up to. And I just rather play games that way on the TV that I already have. And I get it, they're retro, but you can see it comes across the screen really good. This kind of has that cartoonish look to it, as opposed to, a real pixelated look. I mean, I get it. It's not Xbox, it's not PlayStation, but oh, come on. Alright, let's see. Can I get them all? Yes! Got them all. That's the first time ever I've gotten them all. 10 for 10 on each of them. Well, that's the other reason I do HDMI, right? So if I did component and composite, or RCA as everybody calls them, if I did that, you'd still see it, but on a stream like this is digital, right? So you're gonna see twice the artifacting, because it'll be compressed. So, and it's easier to oh wait, in here. It's easier to hook up to a capture card with HDMI, because I have more of those. Now, if you have a regular capture card, then it doesn't matter. I mean, if that's all you have is one for component composite, but I haven't used those in years. So for me, it's just easier to convert it to HDMI or SDI with my video setup. So in the studio here, my video studio is on the other side where you guys watch the show. I have everything wired up. All I have to do is literally put this one camera in place, and that's it. That's the only thing. Everything else is wired up, which is what I wanted. I wanted to be able to come in here and stream games if I wanted to, or broadcast live and have everything inside the studio here. I want that. There we go. So there is something over here, and I haven't figured out how to get it. Right up there, I think there's a extra guy or whatever, but you have to kind of, it's weird. You have to bounce. You got to bounce on those things to get over there. I'm not sure if it's a heart Because you have to use the snowflake things as a... And once you mash them, they're gone, so I can't even get over there. You gotta kind of bounce on them, and it takes you over. I haven't perfected that yet, but I'll have to play around sometime. But for now... Oh, there's an extra guy that I lost. Oh, got it. Let's get up here. There we go. I remember the first time I did this, I thought like you could jump, like you had to like jump and you wouldn't die, so to speak. But nope, you'll die. And you could fall off, and you could fall off the side too. Like that. You gotta kind of jump up and over. Okay, so this one might be the one where I get the extra. Let's go in here. Right there it is. I think there's a heart container on the other side though. Not sure. I hate this one. Because some of the ice slopes, you jump on it and they start pushing you backwards. Darn it! I tried to ping pong off. Yeah, man. Sometimes you can't really see a difference between HDMI, like on these older consoles, but this one you could really see it. I was pleasantly surprised. All my retro consoles are all hooked up HDMI. I bought the cable. I bought the cable to do it because it's just easier, and it looks better on these HD TVs. I mean, if you're gonna play it on an HD TV, you might as well hook it up HDMI. There's no point of doing standard definition on an HD TV. It doesn't make no sense. I mean, I get it. If that's all you have, you do what you got to do. Like, I played this, which was funny, and I was showing my wife. I even forgot, like I said, I forgot certain things with the RF. But I was surprised. I played this with RF the first day because my cable didn't come till like 2 days ago. So I got this, like, say on a Tuesday. It showed up in the mail, my TurboGrafx, and then my cable didn't get here till like Thursday or Friday. So, well, what was I gonna do? Just let it sit? No, I was gonna play it. So I did, but I played RF and it was fine. I played fine. But after playing it with RF and you come to this, it's like, holy smokes, what a difference. Come on. There we go. Woo. Here, I'll look at the chat here. I'm going to pause it when I get into this bonus stage. What we got here? Tango over on YouTube says, Bonk, Primitive Man in Japan is a playable character. Oh, he's giving the definition. Retro gaming. It was fun, but I got to run. All right, Tango. See you, man. Where did you get the HDMI for it? Newegg? Amazon, actually. I don't know if I could throw a link in the chat here. Let's see here. Let me see here. I think I only paid like 20 or 30 bucks for it. But like I said, I bought it for the Dreamcast. I have the Dreamcast via HDMI, and that looks fantastic. The Saturn's hooked up. The Saturn is hooked up via HDMI. I get that. If you look up Hyperkin, I buy all Hyperkin cables. the Hyperkin HD TV cable for Saturn. Look it up, the Hyperkin for TurboGrafx 16. I can't find it right now, but I think they're like 25 or 30 bucks. They're really not expensive. But then I don't use the RF anymore. I just box it up and put it away. But Hyperkin, from what I've researched, they seem to have the best cables. Certain people might have different opinion. They do have some knockoffs, but I've looked at some. Some people said with the knockoffs of the Hyperkin type cables, they said that they don't fit right inside of their consoles, or they're really loose and they don't make a good connection. So I've not had any issues with the Hyperkin so far. So that's my recommendation. Just go with the Hyperkin cable and call it a day. I mean, if you need to save a couple bucks, you know, do what you got to do. But I'm just telling you, the research that I've done, that was what I've seen, was people complaining that they get loose when you go to plug them in the back of your console. Oops, that's gotta go this way. That's too far over. No! You're going too far, man. There we go. And these things, you gotta jump just right on them. There's a glitch. He's standing on nothing. Ooh. Oops. I was waiting for him. I was waiting for him so I could kill him. There we go. Jeez. Let's creep over. Jump. And then come over here. Creep. To get them to trigger. Alright. I love that. He slides on his head. Come on. There's an extra guy down there. I think I'm gonna sacrifice. There we go. Can I get down there? Let me get back up here. I think there's a heart on one of these. Ah! Okay. I think it's right above here. There's the heart. If I don't die before I get to it. Right there's the heart. I'm gonna jump down here and get some life. Okay, now I'll ping pong my way up. Come on. Stupid. There we go. I don't think they do anything but give you points. Alright. Before I get to the bad guy, let's see what we got here. Amazon only wants to do essential shipments. You must have gone third party. I will look for that cable. I may need to switch because I'm out of HDMI ports. Yeah, so I'll do a video on that. The switch port that I actually, if you go watch my At Games one where I did the one with the HDMI switch, I think I paid 20 or 30 bucks for that too. I moved it from the At Games because it was playing things in the background that it shouldn't have been doing. It's the way they have it wired. So I moved it over to the consoles. For non-essential, you're right, but for some reason, certain video game stuff, you can get it very quick from Amazon, which I was surprised. Now, other non-essential stuff, now that's only going to be in until the, April 5th, and then things should get back to normal with that for non-essential stuff. But I would look on there and look for it. I bought the extension cables too for the controllers, but I got that on eBay brand new. So I have a knockoff NES Mini, but I want to get the actual NES Mini, but I have the original Super Nintendo Mini, but I want to get an original Super Nintendo, original Nintendo, but I'm being very picky because a lot of them I'm seeing that have the yellowish color. They're yellowing. I don't want one like that. I'll spend a little bit extra to get one that's not yellowed, and then I'll put them over there with the consoles. Adam says, "Yep, running my NES Mini console to my HDMI Samsung. Cool. MM says, "I have to cool my spending for a minute. Just spent a bundle on the new AR and gussied it out. Lay optics. Dang, man. Yeah, I could see. I could see why. A good AR can run you like $1,500 to $2,000. I think I put $1,600 into mine. I haven't figured out with her how to kill her in an easy way. I think you have to like jump on her leg without getting hit. Like that time I didn't get hit. Sometimes I get hit. Like that. Come on. I'm gonna die on this one. See? This one's the toughest. Out of all the bosses, maybe it's just because I haven't figured out how to... There you go. Just got to get in close, I think. There we go. That's what you got to do. You got to go down the ramp a little bit, run, and then jump and headbutt her. Okay, now I figured that out. Except I didn't anticipate that. Alright, let's see if I can kill her before she kills me one last time. She killed me! Alright. Finally. She called me a bonehead. Mall Ninja. Yeah, at this point in time, you never know, right? You spend all that money, if you don't do it, you might not see it for. They're saying like all that stuff is hard to get right now, like ammo and stuff for your ARs. I get an extra guy. I would have taken a heart. So with the Hyperkin, the other thing that I like about it, now I don't do it, but you can go 16 by 9, where it'll stretch this a little bit. My phone just went here for a second. It's Jason, so from Third Day Arcade or something. I'm gonna check it here in a second. So Jason, if you're watching or if you're listening, I'll check it out here in a second. Your message. I'm gonna get through. But anyways, so the Hyperkin gives you the ability to go 16:9 if you so choose. You don't have to. I don't do that because I like them at the native resolution. Let's see what Jason said here. Oh, third floor arcade. Excuse me. Let me see here. Oh, okay, Gunther. Sorry, I'm answering some of my private messages. Gunther, I will check out your Twitch after I'm done here. Let me see here. So yeah, I'll check that out. What do we got in here? Federal's website has 5.56 for sale in stock. Range stuff. Well, that's cool. I know most stores are sold out of it. Okay, let me keep going here. If I don't die. Turkey. Of course, that thing killed me. Let's do this. He keeps eating me. Stop eating me! You're killing me. Jeez. That's the other thing, it should fill your life up. But I can get some fruits here. Whoa, Nelly. Get off me. Those piranhas, man, they don't mess around. He's gonna eat me, he's gonna kill me, they killed me. Alright, let's bonk away. Go up here. Turn into Super Bonk. Here. Oh. Yeah, when I usually get this far on this, if I end up losing all my guys and I have to continue, if I'm really far, it's not worth continuing because you lose everything. I thought this was cool. Check this out. So if you hit if these bombs shoot you, you don't die. They just blow up. So as long as you don't get blown up by the shrapnel, you're good. Let me see here. Adam says, "Hey Steve, do you know the Japanese version of Bonk's Adventure?" Or I'm sorry, do you have the? I don't have the Japanese version of Bonk's Adventure. I might have the ROM, but I don't have it for the console. But I would have to get a chip or something I think that's what Glenn told me. I have to get a chip to play Japanese games. I think. I just can't I can't just play Japanese games even with a Aha! I jumped off of him. Dang it. Hey Karan, how you doing? Kieran? Karan? Kieran? What's going on, man? Yeah. Over on YouTube. Oops, forgot about that lobster there. But if I do have the Japanese version, I could probably play it on my PlayStation Vita, because like I said, I have the TurboGrafx stuff. I have every game in the collection on that. Let's see what we got. Jason responded back. Let me see here. Let me see if he has a Turbo CD. Oops. Okay. I'm sure there's some like secret items in here. I haven't destroyed all of it. Oh, Angels call me. Hey, what's up? I'm live playing Bonk's Adventure. What's up?
Alright, call me when you can FaceTime me, because I got your plug, so I'm thinking about sending the LED and the plug and everything all together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just FaceTime me, because I want to see what would be a good way to set this up, because the LED is super long.
Okay.
So I gotta cut it down so that it fits your what you're gonna do.
Okay.
And I want to know if you want me to do a long watch. Well, I got an idea for it, and you just call me up and I'll tell you what you're gonna do.
All right. Give me a little bit. I'm gonna play this for a little while yet, and then like if you go to the Facebook or YouTube, you'll see I'm live on there.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check that out.
All right, bud. I'll talk to you in a bit. All right, bye. Yeah, if you haven't checked it out, if you're looking for arcade, lighted marquees and you don't want to wait, you don't want garbage, go talk to Angel. He'll probably be in the chat room very shortly. He's working on a project. Him and I got something really cool that we're gonna do with a marquee that him and Ms. the Prophet designed, but it was originally for the Legends, but unfortunately the way the Legends does the marquee, it doesn't look right on there, but I have another idea that I'm going to use. MM says, wish Angel would share his business email address. I dropped Facebook. I'd like a few marquees from him. Alright, I'll get an email where you can reach him, and then I'll let you know either the next time I stream, or if you're in, or if you want to you drop Facebook. The next time we're on the show, and if he's in, hey Brad, what's going on? if he comes on Facebook, I'll ask him here shortly, and I'll ask him for his email, and then get it for you. So hopefully he shows up. Oh, good thing it's a bonus stage. But yeah, we'll get you hooked up with them, and so that way you can buy some marquees. I don't want to do that. You got a hard head. Oh boy. I need some life and fast. Thank goodness. Hey, and also, if you guys are if you're interested, if you go to, I think it's retrogamemag.com, you can actually pull up old retro Nintendo Power magazines, GamePro magazines, TurboGrafx-16 magazines in every country, and download them on like your iPad or your Kindle device. It's pretty awesome. Like, I downloaded a bunch of GamePro magazines. That used to be my favorite. My brother had Nintendo Power, but you can download all that good stuff, and it's free. It's a free website. So if you're like me and you're kind of into, like, I was looking back at the retro game magazines, like from when I was a kid, like I said, having GamePro, and I wanted to see, just look over stuff that I remember from when I was a kid. It killed me. It's a great place to get them. I gotta get through this. Oh! It killed me. That's right. Hopefully it starts me over there. What's going on, Brad? Bored? Oh, jeez. Hits you and sends you up in the Knuckleville. Whoa, hello. Where do you all come from? I'm gonna die. Oh, Electronic Game Monthly, yep. Nintendo Power. I have old WWE magazines. In fact, I have the very first edition, the very first magazine that ever came out with Hulk Hogan from 1985. I have that magazine, but I have about probably 15 or 20 years worth. I don't know if they have WWE magazines, but like I said, up on top of my garage, when I moved, I have a box. I bet you the box is that full of WWE magazines. 2 boxes full of them. I had a subscription for all that. Yeah, no, check it out. Check it out. There's tons of it's retrogamemag.com. So they may have WWE magazines, they might have other stuff, but I was more interested in like the retro gaming magazines, because magazines nowadays are obsolete, so you can't get like, I mean, don't get me wrong, you can get the one from GameStop, but I mean, what is that, Game Informer? We get it, and I'm trying to, yeah, I think it's Game Informer. But the good magazines like GamePro, where they always give you tips, and Nintendo Power was good if you were a Nintendo person. But maybe I should find somebody that wants to buy my WWE magazines, and most of the magazines that I have are in mint condition. They're perfectly flat. There's no ripped corners unless it got ripped in the mail when it was shipped to me. But everything's mint and perfect shape. I should sell them and buy some TurboGrafx. Or maybe if somebody wants to trade, I'll trade them my WWE magazines for some TurboGrafx games. I think that's fair. 'Cause I know a lot of the WWE magazines are worth a lot of money. Well, I don't know how much money, but I'd rather trade them to somebody that could use them or wants them than to have them get ruined on top of the garage. So let me know if that's something you want to do. Let's see what the chat says here before I move on. I met Scott Steiner, Big Papa Pump in Columbus at the Arnold Classic in 2000. Oh, that's really cool. He signed free autograph pics. Got a lot of free protein bars at the Expo, WCW. You know, I still watch WWE and AEW. I watched AEW 2 weeks ago for the first time. And I have to say, ever since this whole shutdown because of the coronavirus, I can't watch WWE. I can't watch when there's no crowd there. It's just awful. Where AEW, they did it right. AEW did it right by putting like wrestlers and other workers at ringside. It makes it more exciting, you know, but it's just not worth watching when there's no crowd. Come on. Let's see here. Yeah, man, especially mint on card for sure. That's worth something. I have a bunch of it in a bin too. Nice. I have a Stone Cold Steve Austin action figure of the new ones. It's in WrestleMania 15 packaging. Dang, I'm getting killed. Hang on a second. Hey, what's up?
Hey, nothing. I just wanted to call yourself. As of right now, I don't have any signs or symptoms or anything like that. So,
Yeah. Okay. No, I already put in for it. So as of Friday, will be my last day for a week. So I'm already taking off. So yeah, don't forget to throw the arcade. Don't forget to throw the arcade in the back. Oh, oh, it's not like you've been busy or anything. Oh, yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Okay. I don't think they're gonna do that. There's especially since we're too close to it. We go back and forth to PA all the time. So did they do that? Because I didn't think they were. They didn't say that they were gonna do that. I know Florida at the Keys is. Oh no, you are allowed into New York. That's right. I did see that. You aren't allowed into New York, but if you go in, you have to quarantine yourself for 14 days. Yeah, but you're allowed to go in it. Oh, maybe I'm. Oh, okay. Oh, I'll have to check it then. But I still don't think that's gonna help anything. But whatever. Right. So you might as well get out and live your life. Well, yeah, that's what we've all been saying too. Yeah. Right. Right, right, right. That makes sense. Cool. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to call you. I'll have to call you because I'm live right now. I was streaming. No, that's right. I'm streaming gameplay here, so people are probably like, "What the heck?" No, so I can give you a call a little later on when I get off. I was mainly doing this too to test out. I set up all my consoles and hooked them up to where I could stream them live, and switch to any single one of them. So that's what I was doing. We were they were watching me play Bonk. So, but give me a little bit and I'll give you a call back. All right. Okay. No worries. All right. Bye. Sorry, that was my brother. He's coming out this weekend on Saturday. So, but he works. Oh, I don't want to go that way. But he works in the nursing world, and he was just telling me things aren't getting any better out there in the world, which we all kind of know that. That's why he's saying, like, you gotta do what you gotta do. Oh, I need that. I have it. I hope I didn't bore you guys. Sorry, I had to. It's funny because I could be sitting here and nobody will call. But the minute I play, then everybody wants to call you. It's funny. Oh, hey, where'd you come from? But anyway, so my brother bought a Marvel cabinet that we're gonna be modding. We're gonna be putting, and I'm gonna try to shoot some video of that. We're gonna mod it and put a Raspberry Pi in it. 'Cause he only wants one cabinet. It's all he has room for. And him and his girlfriend's kids, they want to play it. So I'm gonna get that all set up. We're gonna put all the buttons, but I'm gonna video it, at least a lot of it, as we put it together from start to finish. And I know Angel's making a marquee for it, for the Marvel, because he wants to keep the Marvel graphics, because the kids, yeah, obviously they know Marvel. So see if I can. This is the furthest I've ever made it on this level. Can I? Ah! I fell off. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Your brother passed away from cancer. Wow. Was he really old, or was he just young and unfortunately the luck of the draw? You know? Come on, get out of here. That's always a shame. Cancer and this virus, man. You know, it's. You know, I was one in the beginning going, you know, the flu's worse, but you know, you're seeing more and more day in, day out. Now, my brother told me too that they closed the borders to New York, so you can't get in and out of New York. I don't know. He's not sure if it's true, but he heard it. I don't know if they said it on the news. I don't know if you guys heard that. I still don't think that's going to solve the problem, but whatever. Not trying to bring doom and gloom up now, playing, but it's the reality, unfortunately. He's 55. He smoked. He got lung cancer. Oh, that's awful. Two of my grandfathers passed away due to some form of cancer. My dad's dad passed away from blood cancer, which was traced back to him. He had high blood pressure, and it was traced back to high blood pressure medication. And my grandfather, he passed away. He also had cancer. What kind of cancer? He had like lymph node cancer or something. My mom had lymph node cancer or some kind of thyroid cancer she had, but she beat it, and which is cool. But my grandfather, they amputated his arm because they were trying to slow the spread, but it ended up killing him a couple years later, or not a couple years later, a couple months later. So, which kind of rots, because like you go through the surgery and the recovery time, you know, getting your arm amputated and then only to die, you know, like that. You know, a few months later. Hey guys, what's going on? A lot of you guys are just joining. We're doing some live gameplay here, the TurboGrafx 16, some retro gaming here, and testing my setup with my audio and video to stream this over the interwebs. So it's not really a show, just some Q&A and streaming. Just to hang out. Not like you do much anyways. You know, I had some people tell me I was crazy for signing up for that Retro Game Monthly, or what is it? Oh, Retro Game Treasures. They're like, you could get it cheaper at like GameStop and stuff, and I'm like, I don't think you can, because I looked at GameStop's prices are expensive, but it's like nothing is open. Like the exchange where I get games closed, nothing is open. So like, if you want new games, I mean, for $30. Ridiculous. Oh, that's right. I want to do that. Okay. That's how this works. Well, what the heck? I didn't fall. Was it timed? Did I miss the timer there? Ugh. He killed me by eating me. No, it's cool, man. You know, this was a few years ago. So, cancer's bad news, man. There's a retro game store on Route 43 in Solomon, but they're closed right now due to the virus. Yeah, that's the problem. Everything's, you know, GameStop, all these places, man, they're all closed due to the virus. Now there are some places that are independently owned that are still open because they could mail you the stuff that you want. You just buy it online, which is cool. But sometimes you just like to go to the store just to get out of the house. But it looks like we're all going to be shut-ins for the next month because there won't be any, even Easter this year is going to be weird because there won't be any family get-togethers because nobody's going to be allowed to leave their house. Or you're not supposed to, you know. I guess it could be worse. It could be Christmas time. Oh, come back. Where'd he go? I'll tell you what though, playing this on the Vita plays just as good as this. I was surprised. Some of these, you jump on them, they don't want to just spring you high. Like you have to bounce around on them to try to find the spot where it wants to eject you. I don't know why. Supposed to kill me. I wonder if anybody ever spent the time to go through and bust them all. Yeah, I hope that one guy that was messaging me from that one place, I hope he has good prices on his stuff because I'd like to get it. Because I'm not going to sell the stuff, that's the thing. I just want it to play. What? Lost the heart. There we go. Come on. Come on. There we go. don't know. I'll be honest, I didn't search the internet to find out if there was any kind of warp zones or any way to skip levels. That's a good question. I'll have to look tonight, see if there's anything like that. Because I'll tell you, that would be almost got the end. That would be ideal. Because otherwise it's nuts. You get this far. But I do like this though, because you get to use button 1 and button 2. You don't have 50 million buttons that you have to hit like other controllers. Like Nintendo 64, I used to pick on my brother. I'm like, yeah, you have to figure out how to use the controller before you can play a game. Okay, let's do this. Oops. Well, that ain't good. I think I'm gonna go down this way. Can I go down this way? Nope. So I'm gonna have to go in and get blown up. Dang it. What the heck is that? This is gonna be a time consuming. I tried to keep myself from getting killed. Oh, come through. Here we go. There we go. I gotta get extra guys. Oh, that's right. I did beat this guy. It's like whack-a-mole. Only he killed me. You beat him, but then he comes down like this. And I'm dead. See, now I have to start all back from the beginning of the water level. So maybe I'll try to take my time and get through it and get some extra guys, because I think that'll keep me from dying too quick there. Those things don't help either when they come flying up like that. I don't want to die. get some extra guys. How do you not have time? How can you destroy all of them? You don't get enough time. Cedar Point, because of all the water and being up at the lake. Smoked me. See, that's the problem when you continue. You lose all your heart containers. So then you get to start all over. There is a game for this, the TurboGrafx, that's like Zelda. I forget what it's Neo something. It looks just like Zelda. I mean, like we picked up an item, it goes da-na-na, like it picked it up. I want to get that. Excuse me. I would, but the original game of it is like $160, and it's not like I have the ROM for it. So much for taking my time and getting through this. And I'm dead. Jeez. I think I'm on the last continue too. I'll play till my continue's gone. Then I gotta give Angel a call back, and I have to give my brother a call back. I didn't remember getting hit. That time I got hit. Like I said, that other, the card is coming from the UK or Ukraine. So as soon as that gets here, then I have my SD card. All I have to do is put the ROMs on it. Put the SD card in, and I'm rocking and rolling. I don't even know if anybody's over there on Facebook watching anymore. They probably got bored and left. Ah, oh, he falls down the middle. Ah! Hang on a second. Come on. I remember the first time I came through this, those crabs attacked me. I didn't even see them. They were like sitting there. I'm like, really? Uh-oh, there's bonk. Oh, it always does that. I don't understand why it goes over that far. And I'm gonna die. All right, let's see if I can somewhat get to the end of this. Tell you this nope. This ice level, bonus level is tough. Oh, and it killed me. Oh, this is my last guy? Really? Alright, this has been fun. I was cooking with your stream on beside me, gonna get ready to eat and watch Raw. Even though Raw might suck. Take care, dude. Alright, man, take care. I'm playing this on the TurboGrafx 16, Steven. I was just playing Bonk's Revenge. I just played it for the last hour. I have my I have all my consoles hooked up so I can stream everything through the capture card and everything like that. I was showing everybody. So I have on the other side of the arcades, I'll show you really quick. So on the other side of the arcades I have a TV between them that have all the consoles in there. And I'll go to a full screenshot. No, it's the original hardware, yep. Original TurboGrafx 16 hardware. All that's original except for the Super Nintendo, Nintendo, and PlayStation. I have the minis for those. TurboGrafx 16 is original hardware. The GameCube's original. Dreamcast's original. Sega Saturn's original. Xbox 360's original. PlayStation 4 and Xbox One are original. So I still need to get a Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and PlayStation. I had them when I was a kid, but I got to get the original hardware for that. Pull this back over this way. Oh, I did pre-order the TurboGrafx 16 Mini. I pre-ordered that a couple months ago, back in February, but then with the coronavirus it delayed it, and I really wanted to get it, so I still have it on pre-order, but I've been out looking for the original hardware, so I just bought the original hardware of the TurboGrafx. I need an Atari. I don't know. I like certain things with Atari, but I could kind of live without the Atari. I don't even know if I could hook. Maybe I could hook Atari up HDMI. I'm sure there's a cable for that, like there is for the other ones. So, but Mad Little Pixel reviewed the TurboGrafx 16 or the PC Engine. He said it was really good except for some shimmering. So. But I'll probably wrap up the stream here, guys. Play some other time. P-Dub said that you can get the Japanese version. Nice. He did say that, but probably I went to the Japanese Amazon, and I think it's April 20th it's coming out. But I also think that the US will be able to get it then as well. So, but I'm gonna keep the mini consoles. Like if I buy an original Super Nintendo, I'm gonna keep the mini consoles because I have so many games on them. I have every Super Nintendo game known to man that's on the Super Nintendo Mini, and I have every PlayStation game on the Mini. So, but I think for collecting purposes, I want the original hardware. It's just, again, it's for collecting. I don't need to have every game in the library, but I want to be able to buy the original hardware and the original software for the game, I think. I had to RCA mod my Atari 2600 and run it through the retro link. But the Atari 2600 doesn't that just has coax, doesn't it? So you had to modify that. That's what I was afraid of. That's the problem if it doesn't do coax. I wonder if, let me see here. I'm looking on Amazon here. I'm wondering, I wonder if Hyperkin has an Atari HDMI. Hyperkin Atari to HDMI. Just because it's easier for the capture card. There's a Hyperkin Retron HD game console for Atari. Oh, there is an AV to HDMI. I have one of those. It's a little white box that you could go, if you have it running RCA or red, white, and yellow. You go into the box and then it's HDMI out the other side. I have one of those extra, and it powers it via USB into a power brick. I have one of them, so I could, if I did get an Atari and I could do RCA, I probably could do that. So maybe that's what I'll end up doing if I end up going that route. Yeah, I mean, if I really want to get into Atari, I'd have to get like a CRT television, or I'd have to get, like you said, a Retron or something. Your NES has the Orange Duck Hunt in. You know, I've seen a bunch of NES consoles that come with the orange one. When we were kids, my brother and I, the first one we had the Power Pad set, so it came with Mario, Duck Hunt, and Power Pad. Ours was a gray gun. We had that. So I don't know which one's the rare one. Is the orange gun? Is that the rare one, or is the gray gun the rare one? Yeah, leave me a link, Sean. If you got a link to that, I'd like to check it out, because if I end up getting an Atari, or if I find one at a decent price, that'd be great to know how to mod that. Or maybe Steven from Nostalgia, maybe he's done that mod. I know he does some different mods. I'll have to check his channel. He might have done one already. There's Joe Zahidas. Had to drop in and say hi. I have an old Xbox game on PC question. Is this the forum for that? Yeah, you could ask it if somebody knows the answer. We can. I don't have the original Xbox, but somebody in here might know. Hey, Steve Schroyer, what's going on, man? I know they don't have no Deer Hunter, but they have Duck Hunt. So my first system I had came with a gray gun. I think that the gray gun is more rare. Okay. Okay. So maybe I want the gray gun then. I like the gray gun better. The orange one is just, I don't know. Nintendo was always like that black, red for the lettering, and like the gray. So the Nintendo red, orange. Oh, excuse me. I'll pass on that. Oh, the link is right above? I didn't see the link. I wonder if YouTube's blocking it. I don't see it in here. Does anybody else see the link on YouTube? If not, I'll see it in the app. I'll see it after I close everything down. Let's see here. Joe Zahitis in the Facebook chat says they ported it. Any place you recommend getting the Simpsons hit and run game on the PC? Oh, link in your stream. No link in my stream. Yeah, Duck Hunt was good. Oh, okay, cool. Thanks, Sean. Any place you recommend getting the Simpsons hit and run game on the PC? You might be able to get it on eBay. I'm not sure. Anybody else have any suggestions for him? The PC hit and run of the Simpsons PC version. MM on YouTube says had to return the NES with the gray gun, was used in a new box. Oh, that's weird. Someone returned the Nintendo with chocolate fingerprints all over it. Are you serious? We returned it and got the orange gun. Kmart's fault, the 80s. Oh my goodness. Wait. My question, are you sure it was chocolate? How do you know it was chocolate? Do we want to go there? That's... yeah. That's bad. Alright, back on Facebook. Joe Zahitis says there are a bunch of sites... oh, I'm sorry, another Joe. Sorry. Oh, no, it is Joe. Joe Zahitis says there are a bunch of sites. Many look sketchy, not picking up a malware thing. Yeah, I mean, you could download ROMs. If you Google, there's a really cool ROM site that's out there. If you go to that cool ROMs site, you might be able to find it there. Without me actually telling you where to go. And then hope it was. Yeah. We'll go with that. We'll say it's chocolate. How's that? But yeah. The Cool ROMs site is a good place to get stuff without me telling you where to go to get it, if you catch my drift. No worries, Joe. Alright, what do we got over here? Let's see. People still over here on Twitch? Okay. Well, guys, I'm gonna wrap. I got some stuff I gotta get done now. So, I appreciate everybody coming out. I'll have to do more of these. It's fun. And Sean, I did get that PM from you. That's awesome. So, I will see you guys all later. They left Major League Baseball inside, so I got a free extra game out of the deal. No chocolate game. Alright, guys. You guys take care. Have fun. And we'll see you next time for more of the streaming, I guess.